I am so excited to share this next topic with y'all. It has won 5 Tony Awards, including Best Revival of a Musical. Company is now playing at the Paramount. And you may know Company for its iconic Sondheim songs like Being Alive and Ladies Who Lunch. But this time, the revival has a new twist. Judy McLane stars as Joanne in Company, and you can see her tonight at the Paramount. But first, she is with us this morning in studio. Thanks for being here.
You bet. Good morning.
Okay, I really appreciate you getting up early because I know you've got a show later tonight. Right. So let's talk about the show. For those who don't know about it, what is it all about?
It centralizes around Bobby, who the character B-O-B-B-I-E instead of B-O-B-B-Y. Now Bobby is actually a woman. When it was first done, it was a man. She's turning 35, having a birthday, and she has all these different vignettes with her friends, and they have their kind of reflections on what marriage is and being in a relationship. And it kind of takes her, it's not a linear musical, but it takes vignettes and kind of explores marriage and relationships through Bobby's eyes.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great.
Sounds like an important musical for all of us to see for many, many reasons.
It is, especially women. I think being a woman in the show as the lead character instead of a man, you know, women have different expectations, getting married and the expectations of having babies and the pressures that are on a woman. So I think it really works well as a woman in this show.
Absolutely. Yeah. The expectations put upon us throughout society.
Right.
That's really important. So you perform in the big second to last number, Ladies Who Lunch. It's a powerful song. Can you describe the scene and what it means to you?
Well, you know, it's a thrill to be around the country playing this iconic character. Yeah. It's one of Stephen Sondheim's biggest characters, and it was a little daunting at first because she's iconic, you know, legendary. But the song, I like to describe my character Joanne as fun and dangerous. She's the kind of girl you like to go to a party with, but then you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this. She turns sour.
I know that girl.
We all know her, right?
Yeah.
So it's great. The song is an amazing song. You know, we've been doing the show since September, and it's the first time this ever toured the country, this show.
Oh,
so
really?
It's never toured the country before, so this is the very first time, which is great to have people experience Sondheim, which they don't usually think is funny. You know, you don't think of Sondheim.
No.
And George Firth wrote an amazing book. It's a funny musical. There's a lot of laughs in it.
That's
good. Audience was great last night in Seattle. They were amazing.
I was just about to ask, how's the reception
amazing.
been?
We were loving them. We were eating it up because you know, that's a part of it for us.
Right.
You know, the audience is definitely what we feed off of. So they were really fantastic last night.
When that joke doesn't land and it doesn't get, you're like,
fun.
Your energy level goes.
No fun. No fun.
But I've never been a Broadway star. You are a Broadway star. How did you get into this?
I mean, as a very young girl, I sang. I don't think I ever thought of anything else to do. I started off as a classical singer, actually.
Really?
And then transferred later on, started exploring more musical theater after Ithaca College. But I guess through singing primarily, you know? And I've had a very blessed career. I did Mamma Mia for over 4,000 performances on Broadway.
No kidding.
Yeah, longest running principal on Broadway ever in Mamma Mia history.
Okay, no problem. Just a mic drop right here.
Throw that in, right?
That's incredible.
Yeah. So it's been fascinating. And I haven't done a tour in a long time, but it's really amazing to bring Sondheim to the country.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like being in the time of Shakespeare, in
right,
a way, right? Because
right.
that's how prolific and what a genius he was. So to have people experience Sondheim and in a funny way,
right,
is really wonderful.
And it's very kind of Shakespearean to be traveling and sharing this with different communities. It's so beautiful. I have to ask because you know you said you started singing as a young girl. You know you have talent in a certain way, but then a lot of people can kind of make you think you don't, right?
Oh,
a lot of criticism. As an artist, as someone who gets up on stage in front of everyone, what is your advice for that? Blocking out maybe negative advice or negative opinions.
You know, I had something happen early on in my career where this woman who was an opera singer, I was singing things that were much beyond what I should have been doing at the time. And she said, you should never sing. And I think the thing is to follow your gut. If you know in your heart what you're supposed to be doing, you drop into that and say, no, I think that person's wrong. I really need to follow who I am and what I think I should be doing. It was never a question for me. I just automatically did it. So I think a lot of times if you, like just Joseph Campbell says, follow your bliss, right?
Yeah.
Follow what you believe you should be doing. I think that's the most important thing. The negativity actually catapulted me more than the positive.
Right. And it does that sometimes. Right. We're like, oh, well, I'll show you, ma'am.
I think it's because it makes you drop in and say, no, I think I need to follow this direction. This is what's right for me.
How hard is it to prepare for a role like this?
It's tricky. You know, I think what I start from is how I relate to it first more.
Right.
Now, this character is an alcoholic, so I am not that, but of course I've had been in situations where I probably drank too much. But, you know, it's always coming from who you are. The characters who've done it before are legendary women, and I had to bring what I know of myself. How do I bring myself to this character? So it's always there first, and then you branch out and say, okay, now how's it different? And as if I was this. But it's been fascinating. Working on Sondheim is so much fun.
It's just part, like you said, it's part of our American history. It's part of our world history, seeing Broadway. And I just have to say, thank you so much. Getting to know you has made me want to see the show so much more.
Come see it.
And I hope you all do as well. So just a reminder, Company is playing now at the Paramount Theatre until Sunday, July 28th. Head to the Seattle Theatre Group website for tickets. And let me know if you go.